Hello. I meant to leave that on. Nowhere to relax right now. Um, Technically, I am homeless, so I am relying on the car so that I can just stay away from the place I'm staying at right now, which isn't really my place and which isn't calm. And if I am this will lead nicely, I guess, into what I wanted to say today. But it's like I don't exactly have a high stress tolerance. Maybe it's because of the past, but what I was thinking of is sensitivity. One of the wildest things is this phenomena of a person believing that wild to me, of a person believing that sensitivities can really be faked, or that lack of an ability to stand certain things is an act. Um, like a especially I can only speak obviously from a man's perspective, but I have no desire to fake tenderness, affection. All this to me is real. And I was even thinking, it's crazy. I was thinking about this earlier today, and I happened to see something later on, just a random video and a comment, which is the mind control stuff, I guess. Um, Sort of the thing, being aware of your general path of thoughts. Um, because it was just too up the alley of what I was just thinking about by myself, I guess. But obviously, it's because of other things I've been interested in. Of that I guess what it was I was thinking of earlier is that I have feelings for everything. Like I can't turn it off. Like various things I'm invested in. I mean, not even. I mean, people obviously, but modes of doing things, techniques, everything. I maybe it's literally dumb to think of it this way, but I do imbue it with heart because I can't really put effort into something and then say that it's garbage or that I don't care. I don't believe in wasting my life. But I don't know. I guess there is this phenomena of manipulators who pretend to have feelings, or who pretend to be soft and calm. But I think the truth is, if someone's actually like that, they're not going to be out there outgoing and doing all this stuff, potentially to get under your skin for whatever reason, because they're too sensitive and soft for it. It's like actually, it holds them back from in person doing or saying or being anything. Like it's a handicap. I probably do qualify as a HSP. Anyway, but I mean, I promise you that if someone really, yeah, well, if they actually are, I guess I've in the past it was referred to as a sixth sense, I guess, where it's like an extreme level of sensitivity to things that are not touchable or even sometimes learnable. Like I mean, it's why there are people out there that say that there isn't such a thing as love. It's I mean, well, yeah, maybe your brain literally can't pick it up. You're like a broken radio or something. You're like a phone with no SIM card. Maybe, yeah, it's like who's people who say there's no the imagination doesn't matter, and they inhabit the contents of another person's imagination all the time. When you walk into a building, you watch a show, you believe imagination doesn't matter because you don't have one. You can't imagine an apple or the color orange, let alone another imagination, which is the imaginative capacity of another person. Of course, you would believe it's inconsequential because you don't have it. There's nothing there to call an imagination. And then I guess similarly for people who have who view people as a means to an end, or who want to who literally use the terms aura farm or main character, if you're actually walking around talking like that, viewing the world like that, then I guess this is why you could come under the strange assumption that anyone who's nice to you doesn't really mean it, or needs something out of you. I could see that. And I think it's sort of the reverse than what a lot of people think, is that social media has made people more narcissistic. I'm like, I think according to my research, social media is the apotheosis of this long-standing, long-working process of the mass narcissization of people, of the race, of the whole human race, so that if you don't it's not the other way around. It's like this is the adaptive process pulling everybody else up to snuff. You know, you don't behave you don't behave self-interested enough. You don't behave whatever gaudy enough. People will automatically assume that this has to be the act of someone who truly needs attention bad, to act like they need nothing, or they don't think of attention in that way, or in the way of as like a fuel, that makes you glow. Really weird how everybody all of a sudden is out here talking about how they're glowing with aura. Their aura is a glow, right? So everyone's talking about how they glow. So you're all glowing now? Certain people will understand what I'm saying. People who know who Terry Davis is will understand what I'm saying. Everyone is now walking around talking about how they glow, basically. Mighty fine. And you do, because this is all mind control stuff. So I guess you do have aura. You do glow. But I promise you that there are people out there who can't turn their brains off. They can't turn their hearts off. So there's no real reason for someone like that to they're not gonna be able to fake caring, because it's their natural state. Right? I guess a narcissist believes no one can care. Because they can't. Because they don't even have a real self. So how the hell could you regard in any level of accuracy another person or their mind? You would reduce them to a machine. But people are, again, I've said that before, people are being reduced to machines. So it's, again, this thing of like someone being nice. Look, if they're nice, they're just nice. It's not an act. It's the nature of the person. It niceties or flattery is not the same thing, or manipulation is not the same thing as care, which is rooted in love, which some people believe doesn't exist. So yeah, that I guess is the source of that confusion. It's Black Saturday, and this mall is always basically this full anyway. The environment I'm in now is just, I'm meaning to go back to school. It's too stressful for me to even hardly form a calm thought or sleep properly. So I'm just studying and building my brain back up until I can get out of this spot, which will happen pretty soon, but at least a few months. So I find myself just reading and kind of just thinking and trying to break the agoraphobia. Doesn't always work. Like right now, it doesn't work. Basically, if you're ever seeing a real video, then it's like, I mean, more than 10 minutes long or whatever. It's because I need to really be around people, but I am like either too broke to go in someplace, or I'm too mentally screwed up, couldn't suppress the speech impediment or whatever that I feel I just can't engage with people, which isn't true, but it's just that this would be all right, these would be like a collection of low moments, really, so far. Not all of them, most of them, most of the videos, I mean. So in a way, each of these is kind of like a weird failure, because I should just be in some real public spot, but sometimes I have to just make sure I don't lose my mind. And if I'm not around people, or if I've had a number of negative interactions in a row, like over and over again, like to the point where you're looking back trying to find a positive interaction, then it's like you just have to collect yourself. Like I have to collect myself. Because then I run the risk of falling into some hallucinatory process of literally feeling as though I have no purpose. But I'm not a reality denier. I am surrounded by a lot, unfortunately, some. I mean, it would be more beneficial for me to deny reality, I think. Like people, I've never understood this. Where people say "fake it till you make it." It's not. It's impossible for me to lie to myself. I mean, I can't. I don't really. It, maybe that's mind control. Yeah. It isn't difficult for me to be nice to someone. It doesn't hurt me at all, and it's never an act really. If I choose to spend time with someone, I don't get anything out of. I guess being better than someone. I don't need to be better than someone. I don't need to be the best. But a lot of people are like possessed by this thing where not only do they need to be the best, anyone else trying to be the best, which according to them is everyone, has to be cut down. The future is here. The future is here because they've worked on people's heads enough. People are grandiose with ordinary people that do nothing. That the best thing they could do is care for others and reach out a helping hand to their fellow man, which they don't do. You got these people walking around thinking that they're kings and queens. That, to me, is real cringe. That's true cringe. True cringe, not true crime.